Hey bass players, Tatiana is here, and today we are diving into one of the most essential scales in music, the minor scale. Recently I covered the major scale in one of my videos, check it out if you want. The minor scale will give you even more options on how to understand and play music. The scale is basically a set of sounds which are used together in different combinations like a color palette for design. Major and minor scales are like the sun and the moon, or two sides of the same coin, but major is usually defined as a positive, uplifting and joyful scale, while minor is more lyrical, reflective and even sad. This has nothing to do with the sounds themselves, it's just a psychology of the human's perception. It's interesting that in some cultures the most of the songs and music pieces are major, but in the others it's mostly minor. Before we get started on the fretboard, let's quickly break down what a minor scale is. The minor scale has a specific pattern: tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. This pattern gives the minor scale its distinct, some kind of melancholic sound. Now there is a trick. Do you remember that major scale? Check it out on that video if you don't. The major scale has another formula. It's 2 tones semitone, 3 tones semitone. As music covers a big range of octaves up and down, this pattern also repeats from down to up many times. And look, this is our minor scale, which is hidden in major: tone semitone, 2 tones semitone, 2 tones. Then it repeats again: tone semitone, 2 tones semitone, 2 tones. And again, the same goes down, the same goes up. This major and this minor are called relative, like the sun and the moon. They exist together. It means the notes are the same, but you can start playing the minor scale just from another note of this scale. So if for C major scale the notes are C, D, E, F, G, A, B, then for the relative minor the notes will start from here, from A. A, B, C, D, F, G. A, B, C, D, F, G. A, B, C, D, F, G. Okay, now there is a question. What is A, B, C, D, F, G? It's a section of an alphabet, right? And it's 7 notes used in music: A, B, C, D, F, G, A, B, C, D, F, G. No more letters, just these 7. And luckily it's the simplest minor scale, A minor scale, because it starts with A. A, B, C, D, F, G. In music we have 12 options of major scale. This is how many semitones we have in an octave. For example, this is the open string E, and the octave up it will be the fret number 12, usually with a couple of dots. Here, this is E again, 1 octave higher, and we have 12 frets. So we have 12 options how to start playing the major or the minor scale. It makes it 12 for the major and 12 for the minor, 24. Like 12 months in a year, and each of them has its sun, major, and the moon, minor. Isn't it poetic? Let's get our hands on the bass. You probably remember how to play the major scale. For example, the C major scale. This is the basic fingering for 1 octave. Theoretically, you can use the same notes, the same major scale, playing in the relative minor, because the notes are the same. But in practice, it's better to change your position and start with the first note, which for A minor is A. It is here, for example, can be found. Or you can just use the open string A if you want. You know the pattern, right? It starts with 1 tone, then semitone, 2 tones, semitone, 2 tones. Theoretically, you can play the minor scale on 1 string only. I will show you what it looks like. This is the open string A, and following the pattern you play a tone, it means 2 frets, semitone, 2 tones, semitone, and 2 tones. And you came exactly to the fret 12, which is A again. But actually this is not very comfortable to play, right? When you play a bass line, how are you going to do this? Goodness, it's not very comfortable. That's why it is better to change your position and use different strings, leaving your hand in just one position. we are starting with the first note because it's just easier to reach the main notes. If you start playing the major scale with your finger number 2 on the root tone, the minor scale usually starts with your finger number 1 on the root tone. Here it is for A minor, the note A, and we play. This is the natural A minor, and the fingering will be the same for every natural minor. For example, if I want to play C minor natural, I'll just use the same fingering and play it, putting my first finger on the root tone C. On the paper, the fingering looks like this. You start with your finger number 1 and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are not the numbers for the fingers, of course. These are the numbers of the notes of a natural minor scale. And you probably remember that this is an octave. If this is A, this will be A again. I don't want to overwhelm you, but actually there are 2 more minor scales, which are the harmonic minor and the melodic minor. The harmonic minor has its note number 7 sharp. It's a very common thing in minor songs, especially when the dominant chord sounds. In A minor, it will be the chord E major. I think I will film another video about the functional chords, including the dominant chord as well. You know, everything in music is related to each other. Now we just need to touch this topic a little bit. The A harmonic minor looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 7 is sharp and you are coming to 1 again. This is the octave. So natural minor has this 7, harmonic minor has this 7, leading straight to A. It looks like this on paper for the harmonic minor. The note number 7 goes a semitone up. The melodic minor has 2 notes sharp. It's the note number 6 and the note number 7. I will show you the fingering. First we play the normal fingering until we go to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the note number 6 in natural minor looks like this, but we need to lift it up a semitone, and this is actually not very comfortable to play. So we will change it to another string and find it here, and it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which is 1. For the melodic minor, you shift 2 notes, number 6 and number 7, and you play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't play 6 here, you play it on the another string, and then 7 sharp, and then 8, which is 1. Actually, in practice, in most cases, you don't have to remember that names of the minor scales, like harmonic, melodic. You just can remember that in minor scales, sometimes the notes number 6 and 7 can go a semitone up, and this is normal. If the music piece is in the minor scale, your melodic lines and solos will be always in the minor scale as well. The minor scale can also be helpful in creating the bass lines when the music is in a minor key. Here are the few tips to help you master the minor scale. First, practice slowly and focus on the clean, even notes. The metronome is your helper. Second, try playing the scale in different positions on the neck to get comfortable with it. You can play it here and even here. And on the string E, of course, wherever you want it, here or here. And finally, you are welcome to experiment with different rhythms and patterns to make that scale and that exercise your own. For example, you can play it skipping one note and coming back. 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, and go on and go on and on. Or you can play 3 notes in a row and come back to the middle one, like 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. I'm not very good at math. That's it for today's lesson. The minor scale is one of the most important basics for every bass player. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more bass guitar lessons. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time!